The courts conspired against me in the Tillman versus New Line Cinema case number 05C910. So let me set the table. The first judge in my case was Judge Morton Denlow. The second judge in my case was Judge John A. Norberg. The third judge in my case was Judge Matthew F. Connelly. Why do I need 3 judges in my case? The courts conspired against me in the Tillman versus New Line Cinema case number 05C910. In order to survive summary judgment and get a trial by jury, I only needed to prove 4 elements. Number 1, originality. I had an original copyright in 1998 called KHOG or COG, aka also known as the feature film John Q, starring Denzel Washington in 2002. Number 2 is access. I proved access because I had a Writers Guild certificate. 3. Similarities. Even though the defendants tried to mask, rearrange, change scenes, edit, there were still over 100 similarities between my original script, KHOG, the feature film John Q, and the screenplay that James Kearns submitted into court. And 4, citizenship. Those were the 4 elements that I needed to prove to survive summary judgment and get a trial by jury. After I proved these 4 elements, the defendants had no case. They had no leg to stand on. And so the courts and the judges, Judges Denlow, Judges Norberg, and Judge Connelly, had to provide assistance to the defendants New Line Cinema and Time Warner, Denzel Washington and James Kearns, etc. The courts had to give them a defense when they had no defense. How did the courts protect defendants, you ask? The courts protected the defendants Time Warner, New Line Cinema, Denzel Washington, James Kearns, Nick Cassavetes, the Writers Guild of America West, Hollywood Reporter, Daily Variety, etc. So defendants submitted motions to dismiss my case, which is typical of defendants to do in court. So in rebuttal, we were ordered to use our Second Amendment complaint as our response to their motions to dismiss, according to Judge Morton Denlow, the first judge. So seeing that Judge Denlow was in control of the case and entered the order, which was in our favor, me the plaintiff, thus guaranteeing me a jury trial. No, Judge Norberg could not have that, and so he lied and said we didn't get permission to file our Second Amendment complaint, thus giving him an opportunity to dismiss my case. Now, after the original judge, Magistrate Judge Morton Denlow, gave us specific authorization on 4 different occasions to use our Second Amendment complaint as our response to the defendant's motions to dismiss. Now, all of a sudden, the second judge, Judge Norberg, indicated that we did not get permission to use our Second Amendment complaint as our response to defendant's motions to dismiss, but that we did it implicitly. So Judge Norberg's job, his sole job, was to try to dismiss my case by saying that we filed an implicit Second Amendment complaint. So once Judge Norberg attempted to dismiss my case on that illegal lie, which is all connected to the RICO statutes. He left the case, and then enters Judge Matthew F. Connelly. Again, why did I need 3 different judges on my case when O.J. Simpson only had 1 judge on his case?